Hi guys, so today we're doing a remake of Clarq's track Air 04. The track has two versions, one with a vocal and one without. This is what it sounds like with a vocal.
We come back in like Aberrex. We know sweetheart, we can have it next. We can go all night, not flagging yet. Like where you from and what you on. So I don't wanna come on too strong, you're nice, but I don't wanna string you along like 1, 2, come through this one.
All of the drums used in today's tutorial are from my new Speed Garage pack. It has over 270 samples and loops. This includes drums, basses, effects, you name it. We're going to start at the top of the project and work our way down. Firstly, we've got this kick. We've then got the drums, they sound like this. And with the kick, let's start with a kick on every beat. Then we're going to need to add a snare on every second beat. And then layer it with another snare so it's nice and thick. Then we're going to need to add a hi-hat on every offbeat. And then let's layer that again, make it nice and thick. And then lastly, to add some swing and some groove, we're going to add a top loop. Just for a bit of processing on the drums, we have the kick separate, and that's just got a drum bus to fatten it up a bit. We then have the rest of the drums, and they have this group on. So we've got this drum bus. We've then got this EQ8, which is on stereo mode. This is making the high end more wired in the headphones. We've then got this EQ8. This is just taking out some of the low end, as it's not really needed in the claps, snares, and hi-hats. It's sort of saved for the bass and kick. And lastly, we have this reverb, just to add a little bit of softness to it. Let's move on to the bass. I'm going to take off all the effects so you can hear what it starts with. So what we've got is the Clarq M1, got it on the Organ 2 preset. So if you go to browser, go to prog, go to Organ 2 is here. In terms of effects, on the master effects, we have this exciter, which is put all the way to wet. And we've taken all the reverb off and we're putting that on after ourselves. This is what the MIDI looks like. If you want to pause the video and copy it, feel free, but I'm not going to go over it too much. First, we have this Pro Q3. This is boosting the frequencies at 6,000 Hertz, as well as 650 Hertz, and it's taken out some of the low end at 80 Hertz. You can use any EQ, but Pro Q3 is by far my favorite. We then have this OTT without it, with it. So it's really doing that over-the-top compression in both the highs and the lows, and it's giving that almost metallic sound. I've then got this classical compression and this side chain. I've then got this utility making anything below 257 Hertz mono. We've then got this EQ here, which is taking out the low end, anything below about 186 Hertz. I've then duplicated this just to double down, as I find the EQ8 doesn't always take out all the frequencies you ask it to. As we've taken out the low end of the organ, we need to fill it back up with a sub. So what I have is this sub I've made in Serum. It's really simple. All it is a sine wave and a filter, which is taking out the frequencies above 143 Hertz, and then it's been put in mono. Sounds like this. I've then got that same compression. This is just a preset. Side chained it the same as before, put it in mono, and EQ'd anything above 147 Hertz, and I've done that twice just so there's nothing leaking out. This is what it's sounding like so far. I then got another layer, so it's going to sound even brighter and fuller. So what I have here is a third layer, and let's hear it on its own. So it sounds quite strange, but what I've done is grab this organ. I've then added this chorus effect. This is by Artaria, and it's actually a free plugin. So if it's still free, it'll be on their website and you should definitely download it. It's an emulation of the Juno 6 chorus, and it's absolutely brilliant. I've put it all the way to 100%. I've then bounced this down. So if you click freeze and flatten, I've then added this EQ. So once you've done that, you can just add it and you can change the volume to how you want it to sound. about using your ears and finding that sweet spot. The last element of the bass is this wob layer. So it's really simple. It's just a preset from my UK Garage Volume 2 called Proper Nice Wobber. If the note was to play out longer, it would be more of a whoop, like garage wob. But yeah, he just uses that at the end of the bar to add a little bit more variation. Oh, fucking hell. Next, we move on to the rag effect. It sounds like this. Rag effects sound best at the end of a bar. To make this, I use my Speed Garage pack. So if I have a look through the samples, so let's use this one for now. And then I find the best way to use them is to chop them up. So if we just chop it up like this, and then you want it to be every 4 bars. Easy. With rag effects, I find they sound a lot better if you've got a bit of reverb or a bit of delay on them. So I've slapped a bit of both on it. But yeah, some really great sounds in here, like that. Lastly, we've got the vocal. This has just been stolen from the track using LALI converter, and it sounds like this.
Let me come back in like Aberex. Let me know, sweetheart, what you having next. We can go all night, not flagging yet. Like where you from and what you on. So I don't wanna come on too strong. You're nice, but I don't wanna string you along. Like 1, 2, come through this one.
Great guys, thank you very much for watching. Please comment down below which video you want to see next. Like, subscribe, and watch these videos if you want to see more production tips. See you next time.